What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream today, people. I bow my head in sadness to all the fellow Gooners out there. We've gone from pure greatness. We've gone from this behind me. Let me move out the way for Thierry. We've gone from pure greatness. Look at these three beasts behind us. Thierry, Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp, the Arsenal I love. I got a whole heap of slander on here yesterday. I turned up in the kit, not the full kit, but the third shirt. Nobody could believe it. This has now actually turned into an emergency Arsenal therapy session midweek. We don't usually do midweek, but we're going again. We're going again. We're doing it. Oh, people saying the thingy. Hold on. There you go. Apologies, people. The audio was off. My microphone wasn't working. There you go. We're doing an emergency one. Because you know what's happened, people. First of all, big up to everyone in the comments. Let me know if the sound's better now. My microphone was turned off, people. It should be a lot better now, so let me know. We've done something that I needed not to happen. And it has happened. And I can't believe it. I can believe it, but I can't believe it at the same time. Let me show you. It's something you just never want to read. And it's happening. Exclusive. Arsenal in advanced talks to sign Sheffield United goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. I don't know what to say at this point. Where do we go from here? If it's FIFA right now, you just delete the club, don't you? That's the best thing to do. Just delete it. Start again. Aaron Ramsdale. Oh, man. Now, they're saying £24 million. Plus potential add-ons as well. I'm baffled. Like, really, where do we go from this point? Now, don't get me wrong. Man said could be 3 relegations in a row. Man said I'd rather have Aaron Ramsey in goal, in fact. Oh, man. Young and English, I'm struggling. Someone's job should be on the line. Do you know what? I'm going to show this picture. This picture cracked me up, right? And this is no slander on Ben White, by the way, because it's got nothing to do with him. But a man said 80 million in 2009 got you Cristiano Ronaldo. 80 million in 2021 gets you Ben White and Aaron Ramsdale. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not slandering Ben White. I think he's a good player. We know we overpaid. But, yo, the Ramsdale, like, yo, somebody help me here. Help me. Oh, no, I need the doctor's shirt. I need it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. These man fed the Ramsdale news out to the fans. You saw the reaction. And you man still said, do it. I don't care what they think. Just do it. I can't believe it. I heard stories last night. Sheffield United played in the Carabao Cup last night. And Ramsdale wasn't in the squad. And people were saying, some people were saying, oh, he's only not in the squad because it's a game that they'll win. They're not going to risk it. But then I heard from somebody last night that they've left him out because they don't want him to be cup-tied because he's going to join Arsenal. Zach B said, I'm so close to becoming a neutral fan. Oh, my days. Wild. Absolutely wild. Aaron Ramsdale is signing for Arsenal. Now, listen. If we were signing this guy for 5 million, 8 million, even 10 million, I'd be like, not the end of the world. He's a backup. He's English. He's young. I don't particularly rate him, but it is what it is. It's neither here nor there. But they're talking about £24 million plus add-ons. I don't get it. I do not get it. I've seen this guy play. I don't think he's that good. I don't know why he's so expensive. Back-to-back relegations. Bournemouth relegated. Did all right that season. Goes to Sheffield United, gets relegated. I don't even think he's that good with his feet. If he was a great ball-playing goalkeeper, I'd be like, okay, he's the goalkeeper you want. But I saw that. Matt Ryan did an interview. He said, we inquired about staying, and they said no. He said they wanted a homegrown goalkeeper. Buy high, sell cheap. I don't understand what is happening. Like, just from an outsider's point of view, imagine supporting another club. For you guys who don't support Arsenal in the comments, you must look at this from the outside and think, it feels like these managers trying to mash up the club. Imagine if I said to Arsenal fans at the end of last season, right, Arsenal, they're going to give Granit Xhaka a new contract. They're going to give Hector Bellerin a new contract. And they're going to sign Ben White for 50 million. And they're going to sign Ramsdale for 24 million plus add-ons. Now, don't get me wrong. As I said, Ben White, I think is decent. But there's no doubt we overpaid for it. But this. So Areola's just gone to West Ham on loan with an option to buy at the end of the season. I believe it's 12 million that you can get him for. You've then got Sam Johnston at West Brom, who apparently is available for between 10 and 15 million. A better goalkeeper, in my opinion. Matt Ryan's now saying in an interview he wanted to stay at the club. Better goalkeeper than Ramsdale, in my opinion, or at least on par with him. And then you've got Onana who's out there for 8 million. Oh, no. Where's my transfers? Oh, no. Where's my transfers? Yo! 80 million on Ramsdale and Ben White, Yo, we're selling our players in the charity shop. We're basically getting our stock, take them in a charity shop and just saying, just give me whatever you can for them. Man's saying, I'll give you £2 for your jacket. I'll give you £4 for your trainers. I'll give you £6 for your mobile phone. But when we're buying, we're going in Harrods and buying things at prices that they're not even valued at. We're going into Harrods and picking up £1,000 pair of Louboutins and going to the till and going, do you know what? I'll give you $2,000 for them. And the guy's going, yeah, but they're £1,000. You can have them for £1,000. You go, no, we'll give you $2,000 just for being polite. I don't like what's going on. I feel like Edu must go out at night on holiday. He's on his 4 holidays. He must get drunk and then sign players when he's drunk and wake up in the morning and like, what the hell happened? This is wild. No one else don't want him. 23 England international. Clubs would want him, surely. No one wants him. We're in a one-man race. We can't lose. 24 mil plus add-ons. Oh my days. What is going on? Someone needs to check Arteta's credit rating. Because to me, he seems like he's trying to get sacked. He's trying to get the pay up. This ain't normal. And you know what? A lot of people are criticizing Edu in the comments, right? Which I get. Edu's the one negotiating. But this deal can't happen without Arteta signing it off, which is why I'm slandering Arteta. I don't care if he negotiates the deal. If I'm the manager, I'm saying no. He must have identified him. He must have given his okay and said, go and get him. So, yeah, Edu deserves criticism. He negotiated it. But surely Edu is told who to go for. Neto as well, Barcelona. Barcelona couldn't sign Messi. They're chucking players out the door. Just take them. Neto would have been all right. Areola would have been good. Sam Johnston, who people saying is not great with his feet, but better than Ramsdale as a goalkeeper. Future profit, English tax and all that.
I mean, that's only if they develop and become better players. Big up Jay said, big up Curtis. Surely Arsenal should have made Woodman part of the Willock deal. Highly rated, but I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Curtis, it's no April Fool's. It feels like it. Let me get into a few of the super chats. People saying I've missed a few. Sorry, I'm baffled. My head's all over the place. John72 said, wow, Ramsdale coming with Abraham, Xhaka and Bella in new deals. Lego head stage. Just go to sit there and say, what a window. Can't wait for all or nothing. They must have promised Amazon the greatest footballing documentary that the world has ever seen. Because this is wild. If they're recording already, this is about to go nuts. Big up Mr. Pads. Apologies, bro. Your super chat has come off the screen. He said, salute, brother Curtis. Hope you and your fam are well. Same to you, bro. Hope you're well. Hope your family are well. Same with everyone in the comments, man. Love and appreciate all the support. Over 1,500 of you in here already. And apologies for starting at 3 o'clock today. I was recording. I wasn't even sure if I was going to get back to do a show today. And as I'm just setting up the show, I'm seeing Ramsdale breaking news. It's wild. Eric said, I love following this club. I mean, for banter purposes at this point. Big up Fran in the chat. The reason these transfers are happening and ESR gets the 10 is because Arteta and Edu lack the understanding we need. Nobody is right or wrong as it's down to opinions. However, it's concerning. And listen, you've got to look at it. These guys at this current moment have messed up more transfers than they've got right at this stage. And I don't always mean that in the sense of they've bought a bad player. They've bought good players, but haven't got the best out of them. So they signed Thomas Partey, who I think was a fantastic signing. They haven't got the best out of him so far. Is that because of the injuries? Is that because of the lack of quality you're putting around him? You're asking him to do too much. Pablo Mari, squad player. Cedric, you bought a 28-year-old on a 4-year contract from Southampton, a guy who couldn't get a contract extension at Southampton. That deal was shady as anything. Do you know what I mean? You look at the other deals we've done, you know. We bought in Ødegaard and Matt Ryan. They were decent players on loan. Renarsson was an absolute nightmare. Like, that is one of the worst goalkeepers we've ever signed. You know, these deals are not working up to this point. Well, obviously, we hope this season that the deals improve. But, you know, he's got to get more out of these players. But this signing, people saying English quota, there must be other English players we could have. Go and get Maddison. That's the English quota that I'll be happy. If we need English quota, go and buy proper English talent that is highly rated, that is confident, that is thriving. Aaron Ramsdale is coming into a toxic situation at Arsenal already from day one. And let's be honest, that's not even fair on him. I feel sorry for him. Because if he comes into this club, starts, makes a mistake, from day one, he's getting annihilated. He's going to get annihilated. That's not a positive environment for a player to join a football club. You want to be welcomed with open arms. You don't want fans to be questioning you before you've even walked in the door. But the reality is, we're demanding. We're in a nightmare situation. We've had back-to-back 8th places. We need a rebuild. This ain't a rebuild. This ain't a rebuild, man. Gio said, big up Gio with a super chat, said, if the Arteta in fans are still backing him, you're delusional. These are the players he wants and he's choosing to sign. He is out of his depth. Can't wait for the excuse. What can he say? He says he's being backed sufficiently. He said that at the end of the season. He was given the manager's role last season, remember? They changed him from head coach to manager to give him the full-on control of everything. Him and Edu work next to each other. So I can't throw Edu on there alone. I'm putting Edu in there. But this is Arteta. You sign this deal off. Just put that into context. We sold a guy that has gone and won the Copa America with Messi in the team. He has also kept 15 clean sheets in the Premier League last season, the second best in the league after Ederson. We sold him for less than what we're about to buy Man are calling him Aaron Emmerdale. Aaron Emmerdale Ramsdale. We sold him for less than that. Let me get these super chats in, people. People saying I'm missing them. Apologies. I'm way off track here. Amir said this Amazon documentary deal with Arsenal could be the reason why Deadwood players aren't really pushing to leave. I don't even think it's the Amazon documentary why they don't want to leave. I think they can't get rid of them. Average players on big wages, they're comfortable. The same thing that Barcelona are finding. It's hard to get rid of players who are out of form on big wages. We've got bang average players on big wages. People saying, maybe he becomes a more expensive, better player in the future. Luke said, you lot complaining about nothing. He's a top keeper. Listen, I'm not going to completely write this guy off, even though it sounds like I am. I'm not going to completely write him off. But from what I've seen of him, I can only go off my own opinion. You guys tell me your opinion. Some of you might have seen him and rate the guy highly. He got in the England squad. But from what I've seen of him, and to me, 24 million plus add-ons doesn't tell me that you're coming to Arsenal to sit on the bench. What I believe Arsenal have done, I think they've said to him, you're going to come in and challenge Leno for the number one spot. I think they expect Leno to leave next season because he's got 2 years left on his contract. And I don't think Leno will renew. I don't think Leno will renew. He's not a top keeper in my opinion. But Luke, I respect your opinion. Maybe you've seen more of him than me and there's something there, but I just can't see it. This ain't going to excite the fans. Be excited. Man are calling him a dingle. Aaron Dingle. Emmerdale settings. Big up John Layout. Hope you're well, bro. He said, breaking news. I'm now in advanced talks to sign for Man City with a season-long loan move to PSG. I'm off to City, lads. Can't be signing a club that signs the English Rami Shaban. I remember him, man. Old school keeper. It's wild. Do these men not understand there are better options out there that are cheaper than him? Areola, Anana, Sam Johnston. You could have kept Matt Ryan. All right, they're saying you need an English player. A part of some of the reason they're saying we need to fill the English requirements. Go and buy James Maddison. How about you fill the English requirements that way? Buy James Maddison. We'll accept that. Buy Sam Johnston. 24 million plus add-ons. The most expensive goalkeeper in Arsenal history, ladies and gentlemen. Not Edison, not Alisson, not De Gea, not Oblak. Aaron Ramsdale. Like, if I saw breaking news, Aaron Ramsdale signing for Newcastle for 24 million. No disrespect. If he was signing for Burnley or Brighton, I would be like, yeah, not a bad move. That's kind of Ramsdale's level. He's a bottom half Premier League goalkeeper. But Arsenal, the ambition is on the floor. Wow, Lamin, big up with the super chat, said, hopefully this documentary will highlight the shambolic board, players, manager and owners. People will wake up and be AFC in and agendas out. Wow. The thing what's crazy with this, and you know what, you make a great point there, Beast Titan. Joe Willock went to Newcastle and did fantastic. He scored 8 goals in half a season, which is brilliant, you know. When you think Maddison scored 8 goals in a full season and we're being linked with him for 60 million. I'm not comparing Maddison to Willock, but I'm just saying if you look at those numbers. A guy from Arsenal who's English, how come when we sell a player, there's no English tax? There's no Premier League tax. It all disappears when we're selling them. But when we're buying them, there's tax left, right and centre. So they're probably going to get more out of us for Ramsdale than we're getting for Willock with the add-ons. I don't know what the add-ons are. Do you know what my worry is here? He's going to end up becoming Arsenal's number 1 goalkeeper because I'm sorry, you don't buy a keeper for 24 million. Not Arsenal. Arsenal don't buy a goalkeeper for 24 million to put him on the bench. He's coming to Arsenal to play. They'll probably ease him in. Carabao Cup, so on and so forth. Leno will probably go next summer. This guy will be the number one. I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. I can't believe the price we're paying for him. How can a relegated Premier League club in the Championship get 24 million out of Arsenal for a goalkeeper who's not even highly rated? Oh, my days. It's nuts. Andy Arsenal said, is the fans going to do anything about it? At least make and chant a song for Kroenke during the game like Man U fans to the Glazers. Got to do something. Buckle up for relegation. Listen, we all want Arsenal to spend money, but they have to spend it the right way. They have to spend it the right way, man. What happened to Leno? Listen, I think Leno wants out. Rumours are he rejected the contract extension. The thing what worries me, right? You've got two people here who both played for Arsenal, especially Edu. Edu was at Arsenal when we were a great football club. We were the Invincibles. How between the two of them have they not convinced one another that this deal is wrong? So even if Edu comes into that office and says, yo, I think we should go and get Aaron Ramsdale. He's young, he's English, 24 million. Sheffield United are probably taking the money in a nice manner. Let's be honest. We ain't paying 24 million up front. We're probably paying 8 million, 10 million up front. We'll pay the rest, which most of the time is the reason why Arsenal go for particular deals, because of the way the money is paid. Surely one of you has to convince the other one that this deal is wrong. I want Arteta to say, bro, I'm under pressure here, you know. You can't be bringing me Ramsdale. Last summer, the coach brought in Runarsson. Look how bad he was. You can't go and buy another bad goalkeeper. And I'm not saying Ramsdale is on that level. But there isn't, I'm telling you now, there isn't a fan out there, I don't believe, that would say, I want Ramsdale at my club. Out of the so-called big six in the Prem, none of them. You're not going to hear a Man United fan say, yeah, I wish we had Ramsdale. Or a Liverpool fan say, we should go and get Ramsdale. And there ain't no Arsenal fan saying we should get Ramsdale. Let me see if you got some positive ones. Alex said he is England's number 2. He's a good keeper with potential. Look at Robertson and Wijnaldum and Maddison. They also came from relegated teams. We are too arrogant as a fan base. Let me delve into that comment a little bit, and I appreciate your comment, Alex. Number 1, or number 2, should I say? I don't believe he is England's number 2. I think Nick Pope is England's number 2. No, in fact, he's probably not. He probably wouldn't have even got in the England squad if it wasn't for injuries, because Pickford's number 1, Henderson's number 2, and Nick Pope's number 3. So he's not England's number 2. He may have gone to the Euros, but that was only because of injuries. So he's not England's number 2. I respect what you're saying, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Maddison. But they were showing a lot of quality in their teams, which is the reason they were bought for top clubs. Also, goalkeeper is a very unforgiving position. It's very difficult to protect a goalkeeper. If they make mistakes, they make mistakes, and you get exposed very quickly. If you sign a Robertson as your left back and you take time to develop him and you put him in a good back four, you might be able to protect him and allow him to develop. Goalkeeper's unforgiving. You know what the life of a goalkeeper is? You can make 10 great saves, make one mistake, and people will vilify you for that one mistake. I almost feel sorry for Ramsdale stepping into this situation, because it's going to be toxic from day one, because the fans are going to be on him. You know, Pickford, Henderson, Pope, Ramsdale, he's 4th, 100%. There's no way he gets in the England squad if they're all fit. So that definitely, I can't back him up on that one. He's a number 2, all right, but not a football number 2. I'm only joking, man. Nah, listen, your mama said, it's like everyone involved with Arsenal on life or death mission to make it the most embarrassing club of all time. I'm at the point now where I'm like, Edu and Arteta are totally, utterly, and truly out of touch with the footballing world. They're out of touch. They clearly don't know what's happening. Because you just wouldn't do this deal. You wouldn't go for this deal. They fed it out there. They knew what the fans felt about it. It wasn't good enough. 23 years of age, turns 24 next May. He's uncapped for England. He's got 12 England under 21 caps. One season at Sheffield United, played in all 38 games, relegated. Bournemouth the year before, played in 37 of the 38 and was relegated. I mean, you can't blame the relegations on him, but he was a part of it. You know, we can't ignore them at the same time. Wow, I'm shell-shocked. I'm shell-shocked, but then not shocked at the same time. Big up to John Sylvester. He said, blessings to you and your family, Curtis. This club will keep taking absolute pee until this club's a total washout. Nothing will change until then. Nothing. It's getting worse. It hurts. Man said it hurts. For real. Over 2,100 of you in here, people. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. And Miyamino said, saying we are too arrogant or reactionary is ignoring the fact that we are spending 30 million on him. What evidence has the club given you that they will address all the other more important issues we've had? Do you know what's crazy, right? This is what's absolutely crazy about Arsenal when you think about it. When they complete this deal, they will have spent £100 million in this window, right? £100 million. And we're still going to be sitting there saying, you haven't even really addressed anything, because we still need a right back. We still need a centre midfielder. And we still need an attacking midfielder. Desperately as well. We've spent 100 million on Nuno Tavares, a backup left back. Sambi Lokonga, who I believe was signed as a backup midfielder, but because of Partey's injury, is probably going to have to go straight in and start. And Ben White, who I think is good, but I think we overpaid. How can a team have spent 100 million and you haven't addressed your problems? You probably haven't addressed one of your biggest problems. Right back, centre mid, attacking midfielder. How can we be in that position? If you spend 100 million, your problems should have been dealt with. It's absolutely wild. I don't understand. Be excited. Oh, mate. Big up to the 12th man, 86. Thank you for the super chat. Said, big up. This was supposed to be the window we would rebuild. I honestly believe the owners are preparing the fan base to be a mid-table club for the long term. You can tell by our signings, it's all about peas. The kind of players that we're signing are strange signings. They really are. They don't look like a club that's trying to move forward. Big up to SB with the super chat. Apologies, the comments are flying in. It flew off the screen, but I can still click on it. It says, Van Persie was right. He said we lacked ambition. He told us all them years ago. And I said, and you know what I used to say? I remember when Van Persie and a few other players left. I was like, listen, I'm as angry as everyone else that our players are going to rivals. But there has to be a point in time where we point the finger at the football club and say, well, hang on, why do our players keep leaving? Rather than just saying, oh, Van Persie's a snake, Fabregas is a snake, Sanchez is a snake. How about we say, hang on a minute, these guys were happy at the football club, but what forced them to leave? It was the lack of ambition. These lot could see the direction of the football club. And it's starting, and you can see it now. Yeah, I can't forgive Van Persie. Listen, he went to United. You know, he could have gone to Juventus and been respectful, but we got to look after our own house at the end of the day and make these players not have to want to look for moves. You know? Would you take Karius from Liverpool? I mean, we've basically just bought the Karius, the English Karius. you know. But anyway, it's happening, people. I couldn't believe it. Just as I was setting up, Ethan said, Big C, we need to rebuild this rebuild. I'm telling you, we do. 30 minutes talking about Ramsdale. Listen, let's just look at it like this. I'm going to end it like this. He's 23. I'm trying my best to dress this up here, but there's not a lot I can do. He's 23, England international. He comes in as a backup goalkeeper. Maybe Leno steps his game up and Ramsdale stays on the bench and plays Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and we don't really feel the full effects of him playing. Or maybe he comes in and he's better than we thought. That's the best I can offer you. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to end it in a positive way about Ramsdale, but I don't see how it works. But yeah, it is false hope. Richard Wright, part 2. Right, we move on. I don't know how we move on from that, but hey, from Rami to Tammy. From more overhyped, overpriced English tax, Tammy the Galembami, Tammy Abraham, has accepted personal terms with Arsenal. Now, this deal is not likely to happen. I've got to be honest. That's why I'm not overly... I'm not getting too caught up in this one because Tammy Abraham, Roma have had an offer accepted by Chelsea. I think it's 5 million euros on loan, and then they'll buy him for 30 million euros at the end of the season. It's interesting, isn't it, that Mourinho basically trolled us because when he came in for Granit Xhaka, he said, got no money, mate. Can't even give you 20 million euros for Xhaka. All of a sudden, 30 million for Tammy Abraham. So Mourinho was clearly trolling us. But apparently they've agreed personal terms with him as well. Tammy Abraham has asked for 2 days to consider his options. Tammy is desperate to stay in England. He wants to sign for Arsenal. It's his boyhood club. But Arsenal are struggling to get a deal done because Lacazette and Nketiah are still at the football club. To bring a striker in, we have to get a striker out. Doesn't look like anybody wants those players at the moment, or they haven't stepped forward and made offers. Now, Jose Masterclass. Dzeko is leaving Roma to go to Inter. That would indicate that Roma are going to get Tammy Abraham in. A lot of people were linking Lacazette to Roma because Roma made an offer for Lacazette last summer, but it looks like they'll get Tammy Abraham. But Arsenal have apparently had personal terms accepted with Tammy Abraham. They've made him an offer. Of course, he wants to take it. He wants to stay in London. He wants to play for the club he supports. Me personally, I've said this before, I don't want Tammy Abraham at Arsenal. I don't think he's technically good enough. I don't think he's clinical enough in front of goal. And for me, is not the answer. But, I mean, can you imagine if Arsenal... can you imagine if Arsenal somehow go and buy Tammy Abraham for 40 million on top of Aaron Ramsdale for 30 million and Ben White for 50 million? We'll be going beyond 100 million and not really drastically improving our squad. We all got excited with Joe Willock, thinking that Joe Willock, we've got our 25 million. People putting up pictures now saying that Joe Willock trained this morning at Arsenal. So, is that deal flailing a little bit? Everyone said we'll sell Joe Willock for 25 million and we'll put that 25 million towards getting James Maddison from Leicester. But instead, that 25 million's got us Aaron Ramsdale. But maybe Joe Willock isn't even leaving. I mean, they said a few days ago the deal was agreed. He's still training. Tammy Abraham, give me your thoughts, people. Would you sacrifice... would you get rid of Lacazette and Nketiah to bring in Tammy Abraham? Does he improve us? Is he better than Lacazette? Or would you wait a year and go for somebody else? It looks like Lautaro Martinez. There was no chance of that deal happening. We didn't have the money. Lacaz's never scored more than 15 in a season, 13 last season. Tammy won't be kicking here like Lacazette. So Sean thinks he's better. Rage Boss says yes. Rather have Lacazette, said Jonathan. Bradder said Jose has stitched us. He got Xhaka a new contract and will make sure we pay a premium for Tammy. Imagine if Jose just trolling us, pretending he wants Tammy so we go and buy him. And Nketiah is better than Tammy. Curtis, what is Arsenal? I'm telling you, it's a social experiment to see how much patience you've got as a football fan, you know. Ali Arsenal says, big up, subscribe. 2,500 of you in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Can we get 1,000 likes on the video? I know Rami and Tammy so far, man. You know what I mean? Rather pay 30 for Tammy than Rami. Probably if I had to choose out of the two. But can Tammy defend? Seems like we ask strikers to defend, not score goals. Maybe why we've got him. Yo, Eddie, 38 games, 5 goals. I mean, a lot of them are off the bench, but we know it's not good enough. Arsenal is Ariot 51. Rami, Tammy, and Oddy. Yeah, Ødegaard, business. But there you go. Tammy Abraham, not the answer for me, not the guy I'll be looking for, but see how it develops. If he turns down this move to Roma, because apparently he wants to stay in England, which you can understand. He may end up here if Arsenal can get Lacazette or Nketiah out the door later on in the window. But as I said, Joe Willock is in training with Arsenal this morning, and apparently you have to be registered by midday on Friday to play at the weekend. So not looking like he's on his way to Newcastle at the moment. Maybe that deal even is going out the window. We'll have to see on that one. But there's the Tammy issue. Man said Ramsdale's our new goalkeeper. It's a social experiment, see how much fans can take. I'm telling you, if Tammy can't get into the Chelsea team, then how would he be good enough for us? I mean, they're better than us right now, but I agree. I don't want no one else from Chelsea. Tammy was Chelsea's 4th choice last season. They played Timo Werner, then Kai Havertz, or Giroud, and then Tammy Abraham. So we're taking Chelsea's 4th choice, but then we're supposed to be trying to catch them. It don't make sense, man. We have to leave that deal alone. Vivek said, Big C, what if Tammy becomes the next Lukaku? Jackpot for Arsenal, and Chelsea fans will melt seeing him at Arsenal. I can say with confidence, and listen, I could be wrong, but if I was a betting man, I can say with confidence, I do not believe that Tammy Abraham will become Lukaku. I get what you're saying, big, tall, not technically great, Lukaku, but Lukaku was banging goals in the Prem at the age Tammy Abraham is. You know, he was bagging goals. All right, it may have been at Everton, but he was proving himself in the Prem, you know? So, I don't know. Don't forget, people, Kevin Campbell, it's 3 p.m. tomorrow. He's on here. I may have 1 or 2 other guests as well. I'm waiting on a few responses, but Kevin Campbell will be on. We'll be on at 3 o'clock. From next week, it will be back to 2 o'clock. I had a show today and yesterday, and Kev can't get on till 3 o'clock tomorrow rather than 2. And I'm going to be putting pressure on Kev because Kev apparently thinks that Arsenal should go for Tammy Abraham, which for me, you know, I'm going to have to question him on that. He needs to explain that one to me. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Kevin Campbell. It's the players' Curtis settings. You know how that one goes. Dan Godfrey said, Chelsea have Arsenal on speed dial for when they want to ship out their rejects. They must just be like, listen, we need to sell Tammy. Give Edu a ring. He'll take him. You know, we'll dress it up. Listen, Edu, got this guy for you, mate. England international, 6'5", a good goal scorer. And you can have him on loan. You can pay us next year. Don't worry about the money. Pay us next year. And Arsenal fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Neil said, make it make sense. If it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. You know how that goes. Curtis, bruv, Kev's neck. I'm telling you, brook it. You can't come with that brook the net business. 16 goals in 2019-20 season, man. Give him a chance. 16 goals in a Chelsea team that finished top 4, right? Which was a good season for Tammy, I have to admit. But the following year, thrown out of the team because they saw that he wasn't Chelsea standard. Tammy doesn't get Arsenal back in the top 4. He really doesn't. And Tammy, for me, number one, is not technically very tidy, and he also needs service. And you've seen with Arsenal, man, we are not creating chances at the moment. We're just not. Willett will go, but we need more to go. Lucas Torreira, Kolasinac, Willian, Bellerin, Xhaka, El Neni, Renarson, and Nketiah. All these men are still at the football club. We ain't done no business. The guys we've loaned out are actually probably good enough to be at the club. We loaned out Guendouzi, Saliba, Mavropanos. They're probably better than the players that we've got, which is crazy. Charlie Austin scored 15 goals in a season for QPR. Shall we go and get him? Do you know what I mean? But listen, 15 goals can be relative, can't it? You know, it depends how you did it, where you did it. Holding as well, Pablo Maria. I mean, they love them guys. Them guys ain't going nowhere. Curtis, tell me a striker with height right now we can get instead of Tammy Abraham. I like that Vlahovic, is it? I'm not sure how tall he is, though, to be honest. But the thing is, Varel, I don't even think Tammy's good in the air. He's 6'5", and I know a few Chelsea fans, they say Tammy's not great in the air when crosses get put in. You know? Chris Wood scored 15, rather have him. I know what you're saying. A lot of people want a tall striker, somebody you can put crosses in. I mean, Calvert-Lewin would cost, I reckon, 60 million. I do like Calvert-Lewin, but the price would be difficult. Vlahovic is amazing. Voghorst. 2 vouchers left. Ramsdale and Tammy, come and do the maths. Yeah, I'm here for it, people. You know me. I'll sit here and take the punishment if necessary, man. The kit caused a stir yesterday. But we move on. Right, let me try and give you some positive news. No Tammys and Rammy business. We don't want them, man. A player we're being linked with that I think is... I'm 50-50 on it, but it's a little bit more positive is this one. Manchester United and Arsenal in a battle to sign Bayern Munich's Corentin Tolisso for a bargain price of 8.5 million. Now, my initial feeling on this, Tolisso is a very good player. Very good. The problem with this deal is the injuries. He's so injury prone now. He had a major injury. I believe he had a knee injury. Tolisso injury. Let me just type it in. I'm pretty sure he had a major knee injury. Confirmed surgery, yeah. I mean, he's had a left thigh problem. Yeah, he's had big injuries, man. Cruciate ligaments in 2018. Loads of muscular injuries. Torn tendon last season. Ankle surgery in 2020. I mean, this guy's a sick note. Yeah, he's a sick note. It's sad, you know, because Tolisso's a good player. Very good player. French international, tall, good on the ball. When I initially saw it, I was excited. I was like, Tolisso, baller. 8.5 million, good on the ball, strong. But when I see that injury record, I'm like, what's the point? It's just a big name in the medical room. I'm looking here. He earns, what are they saying? He earns £115,000 a week as well in wages. Let me know your opinions on it. Would you take the risk because of how good he is and how cheap the price is? Or are you looking at it just saying, I mean, he's had 3 major injuries there. Tendon, knee, and ankle since 2018. So in the last 3 years, 3 major injuries, 115 grand a week. Partey and Tolisso made in glass. People say no, NASA. ERFC. Someone said, yeah, Partey 2.0. No more croc players. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I think, listen, I'm of the belief we'd have to stay away from him. If you were talking purely football ability, he absolutely strolls into the team because I think he's a quality player. But there's a reason. It's like a man selling you a Lamborghini for 5 grand. You know, the engine's falling out. They've sellotaped the engine and it's just going to fall out by the time you get to the end of the road. I'm reading reports today that Arsenal are looking at alternatives to James Maddison. They're looking at different number 10s because they don't want to spend money now for whatever reason, or they can't spend money. They're looking for alternatives, you know. They want Martin Ødegaard. I think we all know they wait until the end of the transfer window to see if they can get an Ødegaard deal done. We've spoken about that one a few times. but the penny pinching is underway. And the crazy thing about it, they should have spent the majority of their money on the players that they needed the most. And that's what they haven't done. They should have spent 50 million on a centre midfielder, 30 million on a right back, 40 million on a cam, and then said, okay, maybe we spend 10, 15 million on a goalkeeper. You know what I mean? Get what you need first. Get what you need first. I don't get it. But yeah, Tolisso, most of you saying no. Injury FC, we are a retirement home. It's as simple as that. Chris Wheatley said they won't overspend. I think they're already overspending. Big up to Brandon, who said, big up Curtis, all the guys in the chat. You're right, Big C. Edu and Mikel so disconnected with the football world. They both played for Arsenal and they seem like they're ready to make us a mid-table club. Where's the war chest? I mean, we probably had half of it and we've blown it on players that don't even significantly improve us. Big up to Mooney. Big up, man. Thank you very much for becoming a member on the channel. Much appreciated and really appreciate your support. Make sure you look out for the members' streams. Mr. Flame said, Kessie from Milan. Kessie, for me, is a fantastic player. I would absolutely love him at Arsenal. I'm told he's on the verge of signing a new contract. I think he said he wants to retire at AC Milan. That's how much he loves it there. Coutinho is perfect for Arsenal. Listen, I could see, honestly, they're the kind of deals that Arsenal are going to go for, in my opinion. Coutinho, you know, Barca are desperate to get him off the wage bill. He's Kia Jarapchin is his agent. We know that Kia's got Edu in his back pocket. They're the kind of deals that I think you can expect to see. Caden said, Big C, do you rate Ødegaard? I do rate him. I just don't. He wouldn't be at the top of my list. He wouldn't be at the top of my list. For me, I've said many times, I think Arsenal need a number 10 that's a goal threat, somebody that can shoot, somebody that gets you 10 to 15 goal contributions a season, whether that's goals or assists. And I'm not sure whether Ødegaard provides that. Maybe if he has a full season at the club and he's settled in now, maybe he does. But to me, I just think Ødegaard's a bit lightweight. I do, and he doesn't shoot much, you know. He's definitely a good player, reads the game well, lovely way to pass. I just don't know if he's the answer. Renato Sanchez, for me, again, I would love for Arsenal to sign him. It seems like Lille are struggling to sell players. Maybe Renato Sanchez is the injuries as well that's putting people off, because he's had quite a few injury problems. Haroon the Gooner said we should be raiding Barcelona. I mean, they're desperate to sell players, but what Barcelona players would you take that they would get rid of? I know Arsenal were linked with Dest, the right back. Apparently, they don't want to sell him. You could probably get Pjanic or Coutinho or Samuel Umtiti or them players there, but would you want them players out of form and on big wages? So it's a difficult one. ESR can be our 10. I just don't think he creates enough. I like him, but I think you need a different option. I see ESR as more of a dribbler, somebody that can shoot. I don't see him as somebody that can get the ball and regularly just pick out a pass that splits a defense in half, you know. I think that's what we need. De Jong, I mean, we're not going to get De Jong. I think he's one of their main players. Bruno Guimaraes, I would love to go and get him from Lyon. I rate him highly. I'm surprised we didn't get him before when he moved to Lyon. We were linked. Messi before he left, if only, man, if only. Pjanic, I think he's 30, 31, big wages as well. Dembele, I don't think he's one of the players that they want to let go. Kike Marin, who says Arsenal are still very interested in bringing Martin Ødegaard back to the club. In the report, he goes on to say that he is the number one target in the number 10 position. I've said this a few times, but I think Ødegaard will probably become available at the end of the window. I think his intention was always go back to Madrid, try and get in the team. The problem that he always was going to have with Ancelotti doesn't play with a number 10. If you look at James Rodriguez when he went to Everton, he started him right wing and allowed him to cut inside. He plays 4-3-3 with 3 centre midfielders. They'll play Modric, Valverde and Casemiro. I think Toni Kroos is injured. So Ødegaard won't get in the midfield free, and I don't expect him to get in the front free because they'll have Benzema through the middle. They've obviously got Hazard, Asensio, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Lucas Vazquez. I don't even really see Ødegaard getting in the front three. I think he'll spend a lot of time on the bench, and he's going to have to weigh that up. He can come to Arsenal, get a bigger wage, play every week, put himself, allow himself to develop. I will say this and I'll say this again. Martin Ødegaard is a good player. He's clearly talented, got a lovely weight of pass, reads the game well, very high footballing IQ. But I don't think he's the answer. I don't think that's the kind of number 10 that we need. I think we need someone who's a bit more, devastating. Socially Outcasted says, Big C, you said ESR doesn't create much, but you just said you're not sure about Ødegaard. I mean, come on, bro. I think Ødegaard needed more time, plus I don't think Mikel can get the best out of it. Let me go into a bit more detail, and I hear your point. Martin Ødegaard, for me, will look very good in a team that is very good. So if Martin Ødegaard play for Manchester City, a team that moves the ball quick, where you get the ball forward quick and you see loads of options, I think he'd be a fantastic player, right? Get the ball to him quickly, movement everywhere, doesn't have to defend too much. He would look like an absolute baller. At Arsenal, where you can see that we don't play great football, where we need our number 10 to join in and do a lot of work, and we need goals from the number 10, I don't see him as the answer. I really don't. I don't see him as that answer. Different types of midfielders. There's different types of number 10s. You've got an attacking midfielder, which I look at as ESR, a dribbler, somebody who can shoot. And then you've got a creative midfielder, which Ødegaard is, but I just don't think he's effective enough. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe a full season at the club, he may develop, learn the league a little bit more and become that player. But at the moment, I don't see it. I don't see Ødegaard as a player that, if I'm a fan of another club and Martin Ødegaard's playing number 10 for that club, I'm not scared of him. I'm not feeling like you better keep him off the ball because he's devastating. I'm not feeling like that about Martin Ødegaard. He's a nice, tidy player with a nice pass. He's friendly. He's a friendly player. I don't know. Broad said Ødegaard is bougie. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel about him. He's a good player, but Raz said Ødegaard was our best passer. Makes the right pass most of the time and has high IQ. He doesn't score enough. That's the issue. He's got brilliant footballing IQ. As I said, this isn't about quality. It's not about quality. It's about suiting what we have. Özil light. It's a good way of describing it. It's about the system. It's about what we need, in my opinion, from our number 10. 40 million on Ødegaard. I think Arsenal will try and get him at the end of the window. He's silky. He is silky, but 40 mil, I'm looking elsewhere, man. I want a goal scorer. I want someone who can shoot from distance on a regular basis. People, before we get out of here, let's just finish off on the biggest transfer in football. Lionel Messi, gone to PSG. Messi has revealed he chose to join Paris Saint-Germain after leaving Barcelona as he believes they offer him the best chance of winning the Champions League for a 5th time. I mean, I can't argue with that. Their front line is a cheat code. If you're playing your mate on FIFA 22, even if he picks PSG, pick PSG as well. Just ruin the game. You ruin the game when you both pick the same team. If I'm playing online and my mate picks PSG, I'm still picking them. I don't care. I don't want to be anyone else. Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe up front. It's ridiculous. I actually went online yesterday to look for tickets. I actually want to go and watch a game. And the tickets were €60, which isn't bad. They sold out within like half an hour. And I checked later on and people were selling them for £1,500. So if you were lucky enough to get those tickets at €60, and anyone who's looking for a quick flip, even though I don't agree with people doing that, there's money to be made there, man. Any of these first few games that Messi plays for PSG, go on their website. Tickets are €60, which I think is about £50 English money. People are selling them for 1,500 this morning. You can make some quick money there. And they allow you to buy 2 tickets each. So if you buy 2 at 60 euros a pop, you could make 3 grand on them tickets. And people will pay it to go and watch Messi. So the Fantasy League is live, people. Go on my community page. And I've put all the link and everything there. It wouldn't let me copy it and put it in the description for some reason. But if you look on the community page, Fantasy League is live. I started it yesterday. I don't usually do this Premier League one. So, you know, I'm trying to be a title challenger. I was pretty bad in my own one during the Euros. I think I finished like 250th out of 300. So I'm trying to represent in this one. I think there's already about 100 of you have joined it. Check that. There'll be a winner for whoever wins that at the end of the season as well. We'll give a prize out, for whoever wins that at the end of the season. So go and check that out and get your team in. So yeah, Messi, and apparently he's on £1 million a week. He'll take home about 550,000 after tax, which is not too bad, really, is it? The code is there, so go on the community page, people. Community page. So go on my channel, click community at the top. It's the first one there, and then the code is there as well, and that will let you join and then set your team. I'll put it in the description for tomorrow's video if you can't find it on the community page. Honestly, I've never played FPL. I played it on I played the Sun Dream Team one. The only reason I played that one is because you don't have to do much. You make a transfer like once every 6 weeks or something, so it's a lot easier. But this one, the Premier League one, I see you have to do like triple captain, and you can change a player every week. It's a lot more complicated. You have to be bang on it, I think, to win that one. So I need to keep on top of that. Otherwise, I'll just get battered. You lot will hammer me on there again. Let me try and see if I can copy that link, because I don't know why it wouldn't let me copy it. Copy the link address. And I'll try and put it. Does it let me paste it? Oh, it's not letting me do it. Nah, but people, anyway, it's there for anybody that wants to click it. And like I said, there'll be a prize for whoever wins that. So join in and let us know. Yeah, there's the code. There you go. Big up Bukayo Saka. There's the code. And put that in. And get joined. And let's see. We'll have a bit of fun, man. Let's see who wins it. Big up to Raul with the super chat. He said, wish we could see PSG v PSG in the Champions League final. It's crazy. You know what? Messi's getting a little bit of criticism today, actually. I saw a report saying he should have come to the Premier League instead. But, you know, winner gets a voucher. Winner gets the Arsenal third kit. Big up to everyone who got on to me yesterday, man. I love it. I'm here for it, people. You know me. I don't shy away from nothing. Right. I'm out of here, people. Tomorrow, 3 p.m., me and Kevin Campbell, we're going to do a Premier League preview. So we're going to look through the Prem, who wins the title, who gets top 4, who gets relegated, who will be top scorer, signing of the season. Where do we think Arsenal are going to finish? We'll go through the Arsenal squad. Who should we buy? He said that he thinks Arsenal should buy Tammy, so I'm going to question him on that. I may have 1 or 2 others on here as well. I'm waiting for some responses. I'm trying to get 3 guests on here for tomorrow. So look out for that. 3 p.m. live on the channel. And obviously we'll be doing the Arsenal watch-along on Friday. Huge game. And I believe it's the Super Cup tonight. I may even do a watch-along for that. Keep an eye out on the YouTube notifications, people. Smash a like on this video. We're nearly at 1,000 likes. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of your day, people, and I will see you either later tonight or tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bless.